Hello my friends, welcome to Internet Electronic Channel. This is Uncle Misha. Today we have something completely different on my bench, which was never actually featured on the channel. So this is film camera, Pentax. I think this is Pentax SV. All right, so I picked up this for super cheap. I think it was like $4 in Value Village and thrift store. And obviously when I see something like that, I just cannot come by, especially with the lens. Yeah, but as everything comes for the price, there is a caveat. First of all, it's in a bit rough shape. Okay, it has this kind of leathery shell, coffer, I don't know how else to say it, which is actually in okay shape. It can be kind of, you know, yeah, cleaned up, but it's not too bad. Okay, so the camera is Pentax, completely manual camera. I don't think it has any metering in it, right? Yeah, but it has issue. So issue is lens is completely stuck, so I cannot remove this lens. Oh, I must tell you, this camera is M42 based one. So there is clearly an issue that this lens is stuck, and if you look through this, the mirror is up. So we have a problem, and you cannot crank the winder. All right, button doesn't work. Timer, where is the timer? Oh, timer is here, I think. Okay, let's use timer, but I think it's not gonna change anything. Sometimes timer helps to release shutter, but not in this case. It did, yeah, it did release the shutter, but it's just not helping. So mirror is clearly stuck. So how do we get to this? Because I'm not really sure this is... Yeah, I don't even understand what it's, you know, caught against, and I'm not even sure how do I approach it. So there is screws right here. I can try to unscrew, hoping like I can lift the whole thing, but I don't know. So let's look in the inside. So inside, it's a bit dirty as well. So light seal clearly here is not in a good shape. You know, if you see it, so there is a bad light seal. This camera is, you know, nothing to write home about, but it's still decent camera, and it's not in that bad shape. I know someone was actually really eager with the tripod right here. Yeah, so there's some kind of gunk here which can be cleaned up. This is a little bit dirty, but it's nothing too bad. Okay, plus at the end of story I can just put new leather if I really want to. Okay, so looks like this is stainless steel, but this is aluminum because it started corroding here, which is can be repaired if I need to. This little bit corroded as well. This looks like aluminum thingy, and it's kind of corroded, and paint is kind of chipping off. Again, it can be repaired relatively easy, but nevertheless, inside is relatively clean and not rusty. Okay, so this again a little bit rusty on the edge here. I don't know why. It can be cleaned as well. The lock mechanism is all right. So this stuff, where is it? Is just completely fine. This stuff is fine. The spool is fine. I want to note that this spool requires, it's not like you can have two spools, right? One spool here, another cassette. I mean, one cassette here, another cassette here, and just, you know, rewind between them. You have to like rewind from the cassette here and then rewind it back, not just, you know, pull it out of here and then just done with it. So that's a bit of a, you know, that's an older camera style. So you have to like start from here, put the cassette here, shoot, take your photos, and then make sure you're not gonna pull it all the way out from the cassette, and just using this, wind your film back into the cassette for development. Completely manual camera, obviously. There is no even metering here. I don't think so. Okay, so this, you see, this path is actually start deteriorating as well. So this, you know, if going to be used this film, that has to be nicely smoothed and polished. So yeah, it's a lot of work, of course. But the main thing for me is to get this M42 lens out of here, because this lens is actually decent. This is Super Takumar 55 1.8. It's a bit dirty, but it's not, there's no, like, it's a bit dirty, but that's pretty much it. There's no damage to it or anything like that. I so wish it would just come out. And I tried to force it, but I didn't want to force it too much and just destroy it. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Just try to unscrew this front. If I would be able to, of course. Okay. A whole bunch of tiny screws. It could be few things at play, because I'll try to unscrew this. Also, I'll try to unscrew the bottom as well. Oops. Ah! It was as easy as that. Alright. Okay, so I didn't know that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Where is the fourth screw? Hope didn't fall in there inside. That would be not cool. So as you see, now it's... Alright, so this thing got dislodged somehow. So that thing does this. It presses on aperture. Oh wow, something falling out. Ah, those are little washers. So if you see, there is a little pin right here, this little pin, and if it's there, this is when it's gonna be, let me screw lens to all the way, sorry, all the way in. Yes, I see. And if you put, for example, aperture 16, look. I don't know if you see. Okay, let's like do like this and depress the button. See what it does? So it was in some magical way pressed in. It was essentially blocking the lens. I don't know why this is disconnected. Okay, now we can safely unscrew the lens and do some cleaning. Alright, now we have to understand. Oh, this is just a push button. Alright, oh, it's okay, so mirror is up. Ah, this is what's happened, I guess. Okay, why mirror is up? It's not cool. You wanna force it? Okay, that means, where is the fourth screw? I don't believe it fallen down in there. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Okay, these little washers. It's a bit rusty in here, but for example, this push rod is rusty, and okay, we have to take a look what's in there. Maybe we just need to lubricate it, and it's gonna be as good as new. And to find the freaking fourth screw. Okie dokie, that's a bit on the complicated side, of course. So it could be a few problems. Problem number one could be that some of the lubricant is solidified to the point it just oh, here we are, here's the fourth screw. It's good. Solidified to the point it just gunked up, and that's why it's not working. For example, here. Let me think about this mechanism for a second. Right, so we have some progress. I didn't really touch anything here, except I did touch this little lever over here. Looks like everything here is pretty stiff, so I pushed this little thing up, it released something, and now I can do this. But mirror still is not in the right position, right? And the shutter is stuck, so shutter is not really working. Let's say, I guess this is the 250, I assume. Yeah. Super stiff, super stiff. There are two possible options. This thing needs like a lot of lubrication, which is highly likely is. But at least it's winding now, right? And it tries to release the shutter. You see, it just opens it, and that's it. But at least the winding completely working. And this guy is not, this guy is supposed to be going like this, following the other curtain. Super slow motion. Oh my god, yeah. Unless this thing is damaged inside badly, and you can see it kind of wavy and wobbly. Yeah, but at least it's a progress. Oh, this gear is like freaking rusty. Okay. Oh my god. But at least it's doing the business. Okay, this has to be lubricated. Oh my god, this is like everything has to be lubricated here. And this little cog, I don't even know if it's... Oh, it's... Oh, cool, this is probably... I don't know what it is. It's not here. Yeah. I didn't even notice this. Okay. This can be closed for now. Okay, so mirror. So how do we go about mirror? So there is a mirror mechanism. Mirror is in up condition constantly. Is it just freaking stuck? Oh, here we are. How do you... There's some kind of gunk here. It's not much, but... how does mirror all getting operated? That's kind of... There's a little box here. I'm not sure what's this about. Well, here we are. Okay, so I assume all this jazz is just very, very, how to say, stiff. Yep. look at this. There is a little IF mirror up. Look at this, what's happening. Oh, it makes the contact. Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow. And this little thing over here is the little, I don't know if you see, oh shit, it's very hard to see. Oh, this rod is probably a brake for the mirror, I assume. Yeah. It's a brake for the mirror. It's like not to have mirror like slam down to the pentaprism. Okay, so I think we have an issue with lubrication, and now we have to figure out what and where has to be lubricated and cleaned. Could be clearly the mirror has, now it's kind of moving nice and freely, but the mirror raise mechanism is really stiff. And you see, it doesn't even, it need to actually roll all the way here, and mirror is slowly moving down. It's like freaking. Okay, let me see in the pentaprism. Yeah, now it's full frame. If you look to through this mirror, like it's full frame, so mirror is not obstructing anything. So lots of lubrication. The only thing is, I hope I don't have to really go into the shutter itself. By the way, if you are interested, so you see this roller, it's very hard, again, very hard. This roller over here, right? That's actually one side of the shutter, and when you're winding it, if you look at this side, there is another roller. So yeah, there is two rollers. So these are the shutter rollers. Oops, I'm losing some bits and pieces, but I think I know where it came from. This came from here. Yeah, just yeah, if you press the shutter button, it's supposed to, yeah, rotate. I think there are two rollers actually. Yeah. So here's the axis of one and it's another. So yeah, they just wind the shutter curtain back on. Yeah. Hope I don't have to disassemble all these jazz. Yeah, it's all freaking. Wow. I'm not sure if it's don't take too much time. One of the options here, I don't even repair this guy. I just leave it for parts. Maybe some of the other Pentax models. I have actually Pentax. I have one Pentax in my collection, which is actually working properly. Would share some parts, and I just salvage this unit for parts if I ever gonna get another one like this. But at least yeah, slow motion, but it's getting better. You see, it's getting better. Okay, so I'll be and the mirror is slowly moving down. Maybe if I do it, you'll do it like many times, it's actually gonna get better. Yeah. So I decided, guys, to put all this camera back in the original shape, because main goal of removing the lens is actually achieved. Now I have to figure out how to take it apart completely, and maybe this is going to be part 2, where we are actually figure out how to actually deal with the sticky shutter, or maybe there is something else going on there, I do not know. But so far, yeah, so far this is very sticky, so this has to be figured out, cleaned up, lubricated, and figure out. I don't know how to access the rest of the mechanism through this. Maybe I have to take everything apart on top of here, which could be probably a challenge, because I think that there is a lot of going on, especially in this area. So I think this is gonna be it for today, for this video. Please stay tuned for part 2. Please like and subscribe, comment. I'll be happy to hear from you. Stay safe, stay tuned, and ciao.